Good morning. Hey, Robert. They're watching us, Robert. They're watching us. They're on camera. Good morning, everybody. It's March 5th, 2025. It's a Wednesday morning. Robert says hi. It rained last night, but he didn't mind. He went out there and had a good time and had to drive off when he came back in. He's all good. He just wants to lay his head in my lap. How's everybody doing? I hope you're all doing well. Interesting stuff going on all the time with the news and things like that. But some scientific news that I was looking at in my morning search for things to talk about. Let's get our poll farted. Get our poll started first. Ta-da! Let's see here. What can we poll our audience about today? Let me think about this. I could ponder upon it for hours. Yes. It's going to be something silly. Let's see here. I already did that before, though. I need to do something different. You guys need to help me out. Where's everybody this morning? Nobody's on this morning. Oh! Fart. Wesley farted. He knew. My inability to put words together this early in the morning, even with a cup of coffee, has made, has not helped at all. So, what are we going to do? Wesley, it's just you and me. What are we going to talk about? What's our poll today? Do you have a suggestion for our poll today? Let's see. I got a question. I got one. There we go. It's something that I got off The Price is Right. So there we are. Not The Price is Right. Man, I am not with it today. Family Feud. Family Feud question. Whew. What's going on? Stayed up a little bit this last night watching TV. Hey, Johnny, how's it going? Having a hard time waking up. I can't put my words together this morning. Wake up. You're embarrassing yourself, Malcolm. Or is this normal now? Anywho, there was a little science experiment, as they always are. They are wanting purple. They are wanting to bring back the woolly mammoth. And yellow makes children's brains grow, then we need to paint everything yellow. But if yellow makes children's brains grow, why don't they ride the bus more often? Or have they learned something we don't understand yet? I mean, I could go on about buses too. How I know here in the South, especially in Georgia, I imagine it's a lot of other states as well, parents are afraid to let their kids ride the school bus, so much so that they will sit in line for literally an hour to drop their kids off at school. And then they'll even get in line for even 2 or 3 hours in the afternoon so they can be first in line to pick their kids up. They'll sit there and read a book, play on their phone, let their car idle if it's hot outside with the AC going for hours. When all you really have to do is let your little toddler, your little kid, get on a bus, drive, go home, and get dropped off. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I really don't. There are a lot of kids in this area where I'm at where they do not ride the bus, and the lines are insane and ridiculous. These buses are there for a reason. They're paid for. They're gonna run if it has 2 kids or if it has 40 kids. They got cameras on them now. They didn't have cameras on them when I was growing up. And we had fist fights in the back. And look, I'm just fine. I don't have any deformities that I can see of my own. It's the 1 or 2 little videos that people have seen on the internet thinking the worst is going to happen every single time. And it isn't, that's not the case. You want to be green, save the planet, do all this other stuff. yet you'll burn a tank of gas to pick your kid up every day at school. They got tinted windows. They have AC. They have heat. They have before you know it, they'll put Wi-Fi in them. For all we know, or a little TVs like on an airplane to keep them all occupied in there, or something crazy like that. I don't know, but I don't see the issue. I do not understand the issue of let your kid ride the bus. I don't. Even if he's got a disability, they got a bus for that too. Little ramp comes out, wheelchair goes on, they're on the way. Really, Wesley, really. I just think it's hypocritical of these people that don't let their kids ride the bus, but they'll preach about they'll complain about all the other things that go on, and simply letting your kid ride the bus could alleviate some of those things. I don't know. 7 stitches. you get in crazy fights. That's why the kids don't ride the buses. I want to do a video of that. I can't fly my drone over a school. That's a big no-go. I understand why. But he needed timeout. I don't think I'll ever understand. I don't think I'll ever understand. And I don't know. My son was 4 years old in pre-K. I took him the first day. The second day, I was out there waiting for the bus. I had to lift him by his backpack, put him on the first step because he couldn't reach it, and he went to school. 4 years old, and he survived. He's 18. And then they get mad. I hear this too. They complain about the traffic situation at school and how it takes them so long to pick their kid up, and they're complaining about how they should have had better planning to accommodate all the cars. No, these giant yellow buses. Put your kids on a bus, people. Anyway, back to the woolly mammoth. There's got to be something better to talk about. The woolly mammoth, they're wanting to bring it back, and gene splicing and fusion and super glue and some other garbage. They've turned a lab mouse or lab rat, I think it's a little mouse. They've given it traits of a woolly mammoth, so now that it has long golden hair, and it has fat reserves to fight, protect them during the cold. And these little furry mice, and they're hoping that they can actually bring back within about 3 years an actual woolly mammoth, and maybe even a herd of them, and let them go in the Arctic. So yeah, you want to relive school bus riding? Do a volunteer. I think they used to have this volunteer program where if they were doing field trips and stuff, and they need a chaperone. Have a parent ride in the back and kind of keep kids in line while they, went here and there. They're paying like $30 an hour for school bus drivers. No kids on them. Here in Georgia, I swear, there's a bus with a banner. Huge banner. They probably paid $300 or $400 for this banner. That spans the whole length of the bus. And it says, drive for this county, $30 and some change or something like that per hour. Drive a bus. I don't know. Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. It puzzles me. It really does. And it has for a long, long time. You want to relive the woolly? So they want to bring back the woolly mammoth, and they're thinking about bringing back the dodo bird, and they're talking about some Tasmanian tiger, just for starters, and bring those out. And I think some animals go extinct for a reason, especially if they went extinct thousands of years ago and it wasn't humans' fault. Maybe there was a reason behind the fact that they went extinct. So yeah, what about the woolly mammoth? They want to crossbreed it with actual elephants of some sort. And an elephant stays pregnant for like 2 years or something like that. So they want to try it out. And I heard it this morning. They said they want to have a herd of them to be released in about 3 years. Yep. Woolly mammoths. It's going to be the new Jurassic Park. Where these woolly mammoths decide they don't want to be in the Arctic, stampede their way to warmer climates. I don't know. There are plenty of species that humans have made extinct through negligence and hunting and all this other stuff. Making animals for war, fallen angels. Yeah. I don't know. Some things just go extinct for a reason, and then you find new species all the time. So they say. Now they've been finding new species of small things, frogs and little things like that, bugs or whatever. But the world creates and destroys on its own, and I guess there should be a reason for that, right? Maybe God doesn't want woolly mammoths anymore. He said, all right, let them go. We'll do something else. We'll do a regular elephant with no hair on it. I don't know. You identify as a war elephant. You giving up your Apache helicopter, and now you want to be a war elephant? Oh man, what was the? Speaking of elephants, there's a little story, this day in history type thing about. Here it is. Whoa, come back. Damn, I had it right there. About pianos, the Steinway pianos. Steinway and Sons Piano Company was started 172 years ago today, and they stopped using elephant ivory tusks for making piano keys. They stopped doing that back in 1853. So it's not like it's they stopped using ivory. You see the other thing too. There was I don't know if you guys see this. I see weird stuff on the internet. They purposely go out and cut the horns off rhinos so poachers won't go kill the rhino for the horn. Do you hear that? They go round up this rhino, stand around the rhino. I want to say they used a chainsaw, and they chopped the horn off the rhino so poachers won't come back later and kill the rhino for the horn. I won't say it again. If they can all get around a rhino and tranquilize it or some shit and chop the horn off, which is ridiculous and horrible in itself, why didn't poachers ever do that? But it doesn't. Poachers have chainsaws and stuff. I'm sure they can get one wherever they are. How hard would it be to invest in a tranquilizer gun? And not that I'm endorsing or condoning horn harvesting. But if they can do that and get the horn, why haven't they done that all along? And they just have a bunch of rhinos with no horns. Got an old piano, may have some ivory on it. It would have to be from before 1853, according to this, if it's a Steinway. I can't imagine a bunch of other piano companies, pianos still be in existence to this day. I'm sure there are, but Steinway is a famous one. You may want to look at the brand. I would like to say it probably does not have ivory keys. And how would you determine that? Is there like a test? Horn snuggling. You said snuggling. Smuggling ring. Yeah, I'm still out there. I got a whole basement full of rhino horns right now. Yep. And elephant tusks. Yeah, that's what I do on the weekends. And then the whole reason they do that is because some people in China think that it has medicinal purposes. A rhino horn is like an overgrown fingernail, basically. It's the same stuff. And it just grows, you know? And it's a defense mechanism for them to fight off predators and stuff, too. That's why I'm not on Saturdays. Yep. I'm out horn hunting. You got me. My hunting permit is only good for Saturdays, so basement full of horns. Just snuggle. Hey, you gotta like typos. Oh man. There's nobody on this morning. Where is everybody? Did everybody stay up late and watch Trump do his speech? And that's why nobody's on this morning? I've scheduled the live stream. I'm not sure where everybody is. Let's check the Discord. Discord silent. There was a couple. I only watched a few minutes, and then I was like, you know what? Laying in a bed of horns, just oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, that one's poking me in the back. Okay, yeah, there we go. Hey Anna, how's it going? You got Sniggles and Snuggles and Alex. What's going on, man? We were talking about rhino horns. We went from woolly mammoths, bringing back the woolly mammoth, to rhino horns. Yep. It's going all right. We got our coffee. We're having casual conversation. Everything's going pretty good so far. Through a random question that I found that I saw on the Family Feud. Throw that up there as our random poll for the day. But what was some other good news we can talk about today, this day in history? Gandhi did something this day in history. Oh, the 55 years ago, today the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty went into effect. There are 4 countries that to this day have never signed on to the Nuclear let me make sure, Proliferation Treaty. 4 of them. Alex Balos. Is it Bios? Alex Bios. Is it Spanish? Oh man, there were 4 countries that never signed on. India, Israel, Pakistan, and South Sudan. So these 4 countries said, we're going to build nukes as much as we want and you can't stop us. Oh man. Thank you for subbing. Yeah, the 4 countries, they're like, you know what, we want nuclear weapons. We're going to do it. You're not going to take our stuff away. India and Pakistan and South Sudan and Israel. What's some other little things here? Elvis Presley appeared on television for the first time in 1955. Ed Sullivan Show, if I am correct in saying that. You can check that for me. Where he shook his legs and everybody freaked out. He shook his legs on TV. What? In 55. Holy crap. It was black and white and fuzzy. And he shook his legs and people were freaking out. They didn't have anything to worry about 55 years. They could have signed on since then, though. Yeah. What song? I wonder what song he's saying. What was the song he's saying on TV? Was it Hound Dog or something like that? Yeah. Let's see here. What was Elvis? Don't Be Cruel. He performed Don't Be Cruel, Love Me Tender, Hound Dog, and Ready Teddy. Well, this is conflicting information here. Hmm. Oh, that was just it's where he was on Ed Sullivan again in September. I don't know. Elvis's first song played on television, not Telemundo. I don't think it was love. I don't know. It's not giving me the answer. Oh, you got a ticket from one of his shows right after he passed away? You already purchased a ticket? Okay, let's see here. We'll do this way. We'll break it down. Google, since you can't figure it out. It's not giving it to me. It's a mystery. He ain't nothing but a hound dog himself. Well, what song was it that he played? It doesn't specify. It doesn't specify. It just says he appeared on television. Okay, he may not have played a song. He appeared on television for the first time in 55. All right, so he may have just like had a little sit down interview. Because the first song they're saying is September 9th, 56 or something like that. There is a guy that was local that would walk around and he had the whole Elvis hairdo. He had the side chops down here. He wore the glasses from the 70s. I think he did. What was? I think he did. I think he was a mechanic or something like that. Um, but I kept crossing his path in town for a while. I don't know if he shaved it all off or did anything else, but it was definitely noticeable. And he looked like Elvis walking down the street. He's still alive, people. Elvis still lives. I saw him on the streets in Georgia. Why are you doing this, phone? Why are you being stupid? I don't know. Oh, man. It's going crazy. My internet's going crazy. My devices are going crazy. Mm. An Elvis appearance at a convenience store in the 90s. When you play Elvis now, people are like, who's Elvis? uh, and there's all kinds of other stuff. This day in history. Obviously, this is a very active day in history. Oh, I had a little trivia quiz for you as well yesterday. Um, I was looking at some stuff on here. The youngest person to ever win the Medal of Honor. He was actually the first one to win the Medal of Honor, and he was also the youngest. Maybe not the first, but he was definitely the youngest, and he still holds his title to this day as the youngest person to ever win the Medal of Honor. Oh yeah, and we're going to give our prayers and wishes and good fortune to Ramesh. His mother is in the hospital. Ramesh is in India. Um, she's not doing too well. He put it in Discord, and he is obviously upset about it. And we're here for you, Ramesh. We haven't forgot about you. I hope you and your mother is doing well. I hope you're holding up too. That's got to be a very stressful situation. So a shout out to Ramesh in India, and we hope the best for you and your mother in this horrible situation that you found yourself in. Um, but hopefully she'll be okay. Um, he didn't give us a lot of details, and that's fine. But he's one of our reviewers, and kind of like a little family here. So yeah. Um, I know, I know. It seems like a few of our viewers have had some issues. Leo, his mother was having some medical issues, couldn't join us on the chat, which is fine. Tommy, taking care of his mother in Slovakia. He hasn't been on in a while again. That's fine too. And Ramesh is probably going to take some time off. And again, he should. He's taking care of his mother. All these guys doing that type of thing, and we really that's admirable. It's admirable to take care of your loved ones like that. And we appreciate you sharing that with us so we can, send our best wishes, prayers, and love to you and yours. Um, yeah. Mm. So I was reading that story, the youngest person to ever win the Medal of Honor. The kid was a drummer boy in the Civil War. First, it was established. The Medal of Honor was established in 1861, according to the story with Abraham Lincoln. And this kid was, I want to say, he was 11 years old. Yeah, he was 11 years old. He was a drummer boy, and then he was the youngest recipient of the Medal of Honor, and holds that title to this day. Probably will for all eternity, because we're not putting 11-year-olds out in the battlefield anymore. Um, you know, here, kid, you want to play? You want to be in the war? Here's a drum. You do this a few times. Let the guys know they need to turn left, right, or go forward, or pull back. And yeah, you can help us make it down the road back to our base and stuff like that. And all you gotta do is play the drums. Maybe stay back a little bit from the front lines. But yeah, drummer boy. There was a story of this one other drummer boy and then he was from the Union. He was from the Union forces, the one that won the Medal of Honor. Um, but another story of a drummer boy said that he got too close to the front lines and a bullet ricocheted off his drum. He fell down, and when he got up, another one went past his ear. There's some other little story like that. That's insane. It is insane. We can't even we're too afraid to put our kids on school buses to be taken home. But in the 1860s, there were 40,000. Yeah, 40,000 drummer boys during the Civil War. And they were all young. Because if they were, 16 or older, they're probably carrying a gun and being on the front line, shooting at the enemy. That is just insane. To compare 11-year-olds then to 11-year-olds now. You say we're progressive, we're more modern, and not as barbaric and all this other stuff. But if these kids and their dad was like, "Sure, kid, you can come with me to battle," and their mom was like, "That's okay, I'll take care of the house while you're gone," and to be out there. And the drummer boy wasn't just somebody marching people down the battlefield, from one place to the other. He would play different. I wouldn't call them songs, but he would play different things. The commander would tell him play this, and he would play it, and that sound like a trumpet. Some play bugles and stuff like that to let the troops know to flank or retreat or attack. The drummer boys did that in the Civil War. So yeah, it just and then now they don't even know who they are, and they're too afraid to ride a school bus home. I don't know. Hey, Alex, at what year did they finally decide, you know what, maybe we shouldn't put preteen kids in the battlefield with drums? What year did they finally say, you know what, you need to be at least 18 years old to join the military? Somebody was like, enough is enough. These kids are out there with drums. It's like, we gotta stop them. And then they want to get paid. Come on, You could look at it this way, though. The 11-year-old, 12-year-old kids are exactly the same. And the fact that back in the Civil War, they were like, I want to go with Dad. I want to go with Dad. Throwing a fit, being a bratty little 11-year-old, and the parents couldn't tell him no, make him stay home. They're like, fine, go out there. He's going to be fine. He's going to play the drum. 11-year-old, 12-year-old kids today throw a fit and they get their way. Maybe that was the case back in the Civil War. Little kids were throwing a fit. And it's like, you want to go? All right, fine. Try to tell you not to. Let's go. Maybe that's the correlation. Maybe the kids haven't changed at all. Lobe is in the air. Hey, Blue, how's it going? Maybe that's what happened. I don't know. I'm just speculating. Oh man, maybe that's what it was. He'll learn. Send him out there. He'll be fine. Hell. It's still mind-boggling that they made uniforms. They marched with the troops. They stayed right beside them the whole battle. The youngest recipient really didn't have much of a story after that. He stayed. I think he stayed in the military until he was 15. Decided he had enough at 15. Um, and there's not much more about the guy as he grew older and lived his life. What that he did for work or anything like that, I don't. They really didn't say that they had much history on him beyond that. So, and then they didn't have, maybe they put bumper stickers on their wagons back then. As my kid's Medal of Honor recipient, what has your kid done? My third grade. Instead of my kid's an honor student, my kid was a drummer boy in the Civil War and had it on the back of their wagons. Side, bragging about their kid. Oh, this is where my mind goes. Maybe nothing has really changed. It's just now we have computers and electricity. As far as human nature is concerned. So where's little Timmy? Where's little Timmy? Oh, Timmy's right here. What's that blue thing on his neck? That's nothing. It's nothing. Oh, man. Anywho, I got a text message. Let me check this real quick. It's work related. Alrighty. What do these people want? Oh, there we go. That's an interesting text message. Anywho, I won't go into that. I'm not bringing my work into this show. Hey, Mary. We sent Mary her coffee mug yesterday. So she's in Florida. Should get there in a few days. If I had your email or some way to communicate with you directly, Mary, I would give you the tracking number so that you could look it up yourself. If you want to get on my email address and share your phone number or just email me and I can email you back, I can let you know the tracking number so you can watch for the coffee mug that's on his way. So, yep. All right, Mary, no problem. I'll email you. I got the tracking number. I'll email you. There was somebody else I promised a coffee mug to, and I can't remember who it was. They haven't said anything, so I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Let's look at our poll. The worst color to paint your walls in your house. 50% of people said red would be horrible. 10 said 11. Or 10% said yellow would be horrible. 40% said purple would be horrible. And evidently everybody loves black because nobody said black would be a horrible color to paint your walls in your house. And according to the show, The Family Feud from, I think it was 1985 episode, Richard Dawson, black was the number one answer on the survey. So black was the horrible, the worst color to paint your rooms in your house. Terry's here. Hey, Terry. Where's Terry at today? We got to guess what state Terry's in. I think he's in Indiana. I'm just going to throw a state out there. You still get a mug, Johnny B? Was that true? Maybe you're the one I'm supposed to send a coffee mug to. And if that's the case, you probably gave me your address. Coffee mug. I do remember telling you I'd give you a coffee mug. Johnny B. Do I have a marker? We're going to put a marker on here. We're going to put JB on there. JB. This marker's dead. How does it die? It's like a perfectly good Sharpie with the cap on. And it's dead? That can't be right. Yeah, that's pretty much dead. West Virginia. Where are you, Terry? He said he's headed to Michigan. He didn't say exactly where he was at this time, did he? He said Illinois. And I said Indiana. Dang it, I was close. Going to Michigan. Oh, man. It's in Wesley a mug. Oh, gosh, I gotta get. Where's another Sharpie? I owe mugs to people. I said I would do this and haven't done it. Is this marker better? There we go. This is Johnny Be Good here. I only have 2 mugs left. Only 2 left. Going fast. They're flying off the shelves. Coffee with Malcolm coffee mugs. Get yours today or next week or whenever I remember. Let's see here. And we got Wesley. Wesley. There we go. And I've got a box. I bought these little boxes at Walmart to ship things in. Okay, I want the damn mug. I need to start selling these things. But I'm kind of giving away right now at the beginning a little bit. Just onesies and twosies here. Maybe another month or so before I give out more coffee mugs. Because I have to purchase them and have them custom made. I do not have the equipment myself to manufacture custom coffee mugs. Oh, you got the invisible, transparent Ramesh coffee mug that never made it to India, or did make it to India and just completely vanished. Somebody is drinking out of that mug in India, and Ramesh didn't get it. It just has to be. That's got to be the case. That's got to be. Somebody opened that box up. It was sitting on the shelf. Nobody claimed it, and they're like, "Let's see what was inside." Boom! They got a coffee mug, and they're sipping either chai or coffee out of it right now. Yeah. Conor McGregor. Yeah, the Conor McGregor. I could get my face on there and put on there not Conor McGregor. Probably wouldn't get sued for that, right? They're fighting over it in India. That Conor McGregor mug is mine. Oh, man. Yeah, fighting over a coffee mug with my ugly face on there. Some of you guys are new. There's the Coffee with Malcolm coffee mug. I'll get more of them made. They're nice little mugs, and they weren't too expensive. Got a cartoon depiction of me on the side there. I used AI to make that. So, yeah. There you go. Johnny B has got the picture right there. You're in Florida, Mary. You should get it in the next 3 or 4 days. No problem, I would imagine. You know, I know how I address the box properly. All the ones I've shipped here in the States have gotten there quick. For whatever reason, either Ramesh doesn't know where he lives, or he's giving me the wrong address, or they don't understand where to take it. I don't know what the deal is in India. If he doesn't get this one, it's just too bad, so sad. You won't be getting a mug. So, Dash Mug Mary. Yep. She said that she was going to put it on her dash. Her camera, when she does gig work throughout the day, her camera's looking across the dash and out in the traffic for the most part. And she puts little different things on the dash. So yeah. She has a dog toy, looks like an ear of corn. She got this little patch of fake grass. She had a frog on there. Just different little stuff. Kind of like I do back here, or a pole that's random. That type of thing. Yeah. All the different stuff on her dash. Keeping it interesting, changing things up, making people want to tune in and see what's next. I keep asking her how she keeps the grass so green on the dash, but she never answered my text in her videos regarding that question. So, I don't know. Yes, the AstroTurf. The little patch of turf that you have on your dash. Yep. You might get some Robert mugs. It's hard to see the text. I know she's in beautiful Florida with perfect weather. Watching, oh, she was on her stream, and somebody, a group of people, were on horseback in the river. The horse was swimming across the river with, I would assume to be tourists on the backs. And Mary like whipped off the street and ran over there and videoed them during her live stream. People riding horseback across the river, and these horses just ahead, and then the person on the back sticking out of the water. So yeah. The daily hidden item in the background. I was changing that sign up every day, but I kind of ran out of things to put on it. I could do that little change up, stuff like that. There is something new in the background that you may not have noticed yet, but yeah. Yeah, they're swimming those things across the on horseback. Before you know it, they'll have woolly mammoths doing that for you. They're bringing them back. It's so humid. But one thing about Florida, especially if you're on the coast, is you have a constant breeze blowing. So it's not like stagnant air. It's a lot different. Like Georgia has tons of humidity in the summertime. And then there'll be days when there's absolutely no breeze of any kind. And it's just, it can be very miserable. But I've been in Florida a few times. Yep, you got it, Johnny. And the few times I've been in Florida, yeah, it's hot, but there's a constant breeze all the time. So yeah, it's not as bad, But anyway, somebody was like, Cuban coffee? I don't know if I've had Cuban coffee. I had Colombia coffee. I've had coffee beans from Ethiopia, Indonesia, different areas, Brazil, Venezuela, but I don't think I've had Cuban coffee before. Huh. Johnny has an FBI eye. He's going to notice little things. Oh, we also have a map up here that we scratch off different states and countries people visit us from. So we've scratched off quite a few things. We have people from Russia, India, Morocco, Turkey, Great Britain, France, and quite a few United States. So if you show up a few times and kind of vet yourself a little bit, we'll scratch off your location on the map and add it to our collection. So yeah. Are you in Cuba, Sneaky? Are you down by Guantanamo Bay? 60-mile-per-hour breeze. It's a great day to fly a kite. It's always this time of year when the temperature does a drastic change from winter to spring. There's a lot of wind going on all over the United States, and imagine the world for that matter. And then it happens again from when it transitions from fall, nice warm weather, to cold weather. You had those few weeks where the wind's blowing a lot. Those are great times to fly a kite. So yeah, go buy yourself a kite and be a kid out there. Down Ice Malcolm still misses the chat. I see that. I'm reading the stuff. He said the microphone, the sea breeze. I was talking about that. I said D-heat. And I did the 60-mile-per-hour winds, Terry. I don't know what you're talking about. I've been reading this stuff. And Cuba. What did I miss, Terry? Terry feels left out. Everybody say hi to Terry. He said shark. He said something about go fly a kite. Yeah, I guess I need to go fly a kite, huh? Yeah, dude. I need some people to participate in my WTF news videos. I have to play all the parts of my newscasts. So if anybody wants to volunteer their time and give me like a 20-second, 15-second clip of certain topics, we have a Discord for the channel. Chime in and let me know that you would be willing to participate. We can coordinate that, and I can have other people on here too. Well, the time has come. It's 7:45. Our show has ended for the day. I hope everybody has a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, wherever you may be. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and all that other good stuff. Be kind to people. Let's us all get along. We'll do the Rodney King. Why can't we all just get along type thing? And I'll see you guys maybe this evening. I'll do a live stream again. I'm not sure, depending on what mood I'm in. Some other stuff coming up. And I did a new video that's members only. It's in the channel as well, so if you want to check that out. Oh, that's going to be a member only series called Malcolm's Opinion. So, all right, guys. Have yourself a great day. Check out next time. Bye, guys.